Drake started from the bottom, but like every industry Karen, Drake is calling management to produce receipts. Drake, through his corporate entity, Frozen Moments LLC, in which he's a sole owner and which is a copyright holder of Drake's sound recordings, including his music videos, has issued a pre-action discovery, which is a common law right where you seek to obtain necessary information, communications, or documents from third parties before initiating legal proceedings. So basically, Drake claims that he has an arguable case against UMG, which is Universal Music Group, and Spotify, but then he lacks the necessary information, communication, or documents that would enable him to file a suit against them. So in this case, Drake has filed a petition to the court seeking to compel UMG and Spotify to disclose such information, communication, or documents that are in their possession, custody, or they have power over that reveals alleged wrongdoing, which includes conspiracy to inflate Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us song through the use of bots or other deceptive business practices. Lastly, the involvement in false advertisement. Drake claims that all these documents, information, or communications are relevant to his current petition, which will determine whether he has a cause of action against UMG and Spotify. Now, in every rap battle, every rapper bets on himself. But just like gambling, the house always wins, and it's unlikely that the loser will ask to speak with management. And this basically sums up Drake's petition. Now, Drake and Kendrick, despite being signed to different labels, they are all affiliated through an exclusive license with UMG. Drake is signed to his OVO label that entered into an exclusive license with Republic Records, which is a division of UMG, to distribute and market his music for a duration of time in what has been dubbed a LeBron-sized deal, in which Drake got a reported $400 million package. Kendrick, on the other hand, is signed to his label PG Lang, which is an exclusive license with Interscope Records, which is another division of Universal Music Group, which distributes and markets his music. Now, UMG and Spotify have a multi-year global license, which is whereby UMG licenses its artist songs to streaming platforms such as Spotify or Apple Music, and in return for the right to license these songs and plays, Spotify pays out royalties, and in 2023 they paid $9 billion allegedly, and out of this, $2.28 billion was paid to Universal Music Group according to its annual report, and which reportedly makes up 19% of UMG's total revenue. Now, what's a rap beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake ended with Kendrick being crowned with his smash hit Not Like Us. Drake claims it's all a conspiracy, and he wants labels to swear on oath and produce receipts that Kendrick won, as Drake claims that the UMG and Spotify partnership, which is a multi-year global license deal, worked against him. He alleges that while UMG charges a licensing fee to Spotify, they significantly reduced its licensing rate by 30%, and in exchange, Spotify recommended Not Like Us to its users on its platform, which in effect boosted Not Like Us, which propelled Kendrick to victory. Drake further claims that UMG, either directly or through Interscope, used bots to artificially inflate Not Like Us to a wide audience base, effectively making it a hit. Now, these claims are pegged on a DJ Academic podcast video in which a man claimed that he was paid allegedly $2,500 by someone who was affiliated with Interscope to use bots to artificially promote Not Like Us to achieve 30 million streams on Spotify on its first day of release. He was also allegedly promised percentage of the song sales, but these claims are bordering on hearsay and giving I heard it from a grapevine. Further, DJ Academics later on clarified and claimed that he received a call from someone allegedly from Interscope who asserted that none of those claims were true. Drake also makes claims that bots were also used to boost the Not Like Us music video. Despite all these claims, Not Like Us is currently the most streamed diss track in the Spotify history with about 900 million streams, which is close to 1 billion. And an unintended consequence of Drake filing this petition is that Not Like Us got a massive boost in an increase of about 440% in streams and sales. I don't know who's working harder between Drake and the bots. Drake also alleges that Universal Music Group paid or approved payments to another streaming platform, Apple Music, whose voice digital assistant Siri misdirected users once they asked to play Certified Lover Boy, which is Drake's album. The users were directed to Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. This is because Siri conflated Certified Lover Boy with Certified. Now, whether that's an algorithm glitch or not, somebody will have to swear on oath in court. Now, Drake's next allegation airs out UMG's dirty laundry. However, this may also include Drake's linen. This is because Drake alleges that UMG engaged in a pay-to-play scheme to increase airplay of Not Like Us on the radio. He alleges that UMG did not disclose that they made payments to an independent radio promoter who funneled those payments to certain radio stations and employees to have Not Like Us on repeat. Now, such arrangement to engage in a pay-to-play scheme without prior disclosure of payment is dubbed payola, which is illegal under the U.S. Communication Act. Drake further alleges that UMG allegedly paid NFR Podcasts to promote Not Like Us on its social media. Now, given that we live in a digital age, the Federal Trade Commission in 2020 issued guidelines which expanded the scope of payola from radio broadcasts to also social media influencers, in which if a social media influencer promotes, reviews a product or service without disclosing that it's a paid promotion, that is deemed illegal payola. A lot of celebrities have been entangled in it, especially those who are promoting crypto. Such endorsements need to be disclosed as paid promotions. Now back to Drake. Drake went down memory lane, a historical trail if you will, and pulled receipts of UMG's dirty linen, stemming from 2005, whereby UMG was sued by 2 radio promotion companies alleging fraudulent pay-to-play practices. Subsequently, in 2006, UMG settled $12 million with the New York State Attorney General following allegations that UMG execs had used pay-to-play tactics to secure radio airplay for its music artists. But Drake is leaving out the big picture, that is his face, which was plastered all over playlists, including those that reportedly did not even feature his music during his promotion for his album Scorpion that has surpassed 10 billion streams on Spotify. Disgruntled Spotify premium users demanded refunds for Spotify's alleged Drake spamming, as they claim that despite forking out a premium price for ad-free playlists, they got spammed with Drake, which is advertisement. And his last allegation is that Drake claims that UMG whitelisted Not Like Us by removing copyright restrictions on YouTube and Twitch, which incentivized content creators to review the song, thereby boosting the song's popularity. And a side note is that Drake also claims that UMG has been a hostile work environment for employees who are allied or loyal to him, as he claims that some of them have allegedly been fired due to their affiliation. With all these claims, Drake petition seeks the court to issue an order so that they can be able to subpoena UMG and Spotify to provide them within 14 days a notice of entry, all documents, communications, or information that Drake is requesting. Since Drake is alleging that UMG and Spotify engaged in RICO activities, that is, they conspired in furtherance of an illegal activity, that is, reducing the licensing rate, and further engaged in deceptive business practices by artificially inflating Not Like Us using bots, in addition to the false advertisement claims through the use of payments in furtherance of a pay-to-play scheme, which is illegal. Drake is requesting for all information, documents, communications, data, payment methods, and a disclosure of all third parties who are alleged to have conspired to inflate Not Like Us. He also wants such documents, communications, or information preserved pending litigation. Interestingly, in Drake's petition against UMG and Iheart Radio, he alluded to having sufficient facts to pursue Tosha's claim of defamation against UMG for publishing Not Like Us, whilst having knowledge that its contents could potentially harm Drake's character, as he was being accused of having love interests with those who are below the age of majority, which is a serious allegation that Drake doesn't even have to prove special damages. However, UMG could argue that the lyrics were part of an artistic expression protected under freedom of speech, further that fair comment is a defense to defamation, and that the publication of the song was more to offer commentary as opposed to statement of facts, given his alleged affiliation has been a long-term public interest issue. This is if the defense of truth doesn't carry the day. Now, Spotify has recently addressed the claims in Drake's petition and have read him for filth. They first refuted claims that they used bots to log 20 million streams of Not Like Us on its initial release, thus propelling its success. They further negated that they were involved in any pay-to-play scheme. They unequivocally stated that they invest heavily in automated and manual reviews to prevent, detect, mitigate the impact of artificial streaming, and that they impose sanctions for stream manipulation, which includes removing the streaming numbers, withholding royalties, and charging penalty fees. Further, Spotify denied the quid pro quo claim that UMG reduced their licensing rate in exchange for Spotify recommending Not Like Us. They also asserted that they have no economic incentive to stream Not Like Us over Drake's tracks. Lastly, they stated that Drake's petition is a subversion of normal judicial processes. UMG also responded, alluding to their high ethical professional standards, and stated that Drake's arguments in the petition can't mask the fact that fans choose the music they want to hear.